Namaste, friends. This is Elle, Sacred Union Tarot. I'm going to bring another message for you today. Hopefully it's your message. But don't panic if it's not, because it may come back to another video and you'll have a possible message in another video. So check out my other videos. Click on one that resonates by your intuition, and you will find a message for yourself or your situation. So thank you for your presence here. I am Elle, and I am a twin flame reader. I read the twin flame energies, which there's just been a powerful shift. Other readers are picking up on it. I'm picking up on it. There's a powerful shift happening in this April-May window. Feels like this full moon in Libra had something to do with it, but that was an intense full moon, and now the energies are blissful. Just very light, very open, very flowing. So we're going to find out what some of these energies may mean for you. And I just saw the Queen of Pentacles. I love the Queen of Pentacles in this deck. It is the Light Seers deck. It's just so Queen of Pentacle-y. Some Queen of Pentacles in other decks have masks on, but that Queen of Pentacles is just in her, sitting in her power, in her abundance, in her self-care, and I always advocate for self-care. Okay, I'm just doing a quick shuffle of the cards. Nothing has flown out as of yet, so this probably feels very calm. The energies in the in this moment are very calm. Oh, I love this energy. Look at that. Let's see what that one says. The past is behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. This is the shift. This is the new path. This is a whole, it's almost like a level up dimension. It just feels like now we've released, and maybe that was with the full moon, we released the past, and now we're, I would expect there'd be some aces. I'm going to put this here because it's not really a card I pulled, but I'm going to pull a Rumi card from the Rumi deck, and it obviously needed to fly out. Celestial Rose of Ma, the number 10 card. There's the ending of a cycle, a new cycle, new opportunities coming in. Let's see what it says. The taste of bitterness becomes sweetness in love. The searching in the dark finds the light of faith revealed in love. Love transforms thistles into jasmine. Love layers heaven and gifts us with wings to soar into its mystery. Love transforms our every thought into a desire of the heart. O love, how divine is your luring. Beauty flows from your unseen face. Your very nature is radiant with joy. You manifest vibrant hues in every flower. Your touch dazzles all creation. Every particle is attracted toward you, longing to unite and dwell in you. A spiritual gift is on its way to you. The celestial rose of the Divine Mother is a precious offering of sacred love to the soul. That love can lift you beyond what you have known, beyond self-imposed limits, by the uplifting fragrance of grace. You will begin to think thoughts you have never dared think before. You will feel moved by life, by its sacredness in the way hitherto elusive to you. You will feel ecstasy without apparent cause, and you will feel as though every breath is a seductive caress of the heavenly lover. That's exactly what these energies feel like. That is what I've been feeling all day. This amazing, blissful, uplifting energy. The past is now behind us. We are on a new path. So let's pull the Sacred Traveler and see what path that is. Well, here we go. Transformation. We just read about that. A fresh new way of living emerges. This is the new path. rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life. And tread thoughtfully, a narrow pathway. So it feels like this is a path of transformation, but it is a narrow path. You're going to have to really intuitively feel your way along. Let's pull from the Illuminated Tarot. This was the Sacred Traveler in East Lynn. This is the Illuminated Tarot. This is a very different deck, so please be patient as I do use the book on these cards, because they have the major arcana are kind of embedded into the traditional deck of cards. So what do we need to know about this transformation, this new path, and following the rainbow? Okay, so here we have another 10. And this is risk versus security. Risk versus security. We pulled this card the other day. The 10 of Diamonds. So here we have a family of 3 with a dog. And they're looking out and kind of seeing just seeing the landscape and feeling very stable there. It feels very, very stable. And here we have the 7. This has got to be a Chariot card. This is the 7 of Spades. Yeah, the Chariot. A triumph, a breakthrough, an inventive solution. Now this came out in the reverse. So maybe not quite a breakthrough yet, because you're worried about this risk and the security. Let's see. That's the narrow pathway. It's because this narrow pathway is not going to feel secure. You can see how kind of wobbly it is, like Galloping Gertie. I mean, it's not a secure path. You're not going to feel secure as you walk this narrow pathway. There is going to be some rise of doubt. The 5 of Spades in the reverse. Possible disappointment, a difficult opponent. So in the reverse, you are treading thoughtfully. This is reaffirming, tread thoughtfully. Be careful. Follow your intuition. Because you will overcome this challenge. But in order to do that, you have to embrace the transformation. And transformations are not really comfortable. Let's see if I can move this up so you can see a little more. Transformations are not comfortable. You're not going to have, it's not going to be this, you become, you just transform into this butterfly without the cocoon phase. And that cocoon phase is kind of tight and cramped and dark, and it's suppressing. So let's find out. So this is about the narrow pathway. Here we have another 10 in the challenge position. This is the 10 of Clubs. A responsibility or burden. It's like the 10 of Wands. So a responsibility or burden is challenging you in this transformation. And there is, that looks like the Sun card, the 7 of Diamonds. The Star, hope and healing. It's in the challenge position. So we have 2 7s and 2 10s, another 10 here. So this is going to be a painful ending to something in order to move forward. Whatever that you are leaving in the past, you have to release it, but it's hard. This new path is available to you, but you have to transform by releasing. And then you walk this narrow pathway toward these rainbow blessings. But you're going to have to let go of something that makes you feel secure. And you're uncomfortable taking the risk because you're going to have to release something that is a responsibility in order to transform with this healing card. That's where you're stuck. Releasing the responsibility in order to transform with that star card, the hope. All right, let's pull messages from the guides. Live your bliss. This card has come out so much, and this is the blissful energy. There's a very uplifting, joyful energy, but this is an anchor. This is what is really holding you. And what I'm seeing is this blissful floating energy. It's almost like you're so light and buoyant, you're floating, but this, there's a sense of dread of having to let this go, of having to let the responsibility go, because you're using that to define you. For somehow it is connected with your sense of self-worth. That's why this is a narrow pathway. Because you can't have this weight in order to transcend that. Because if you were to have a heavy burden, that pathway is not going to hold you, to sustain you. So it's time to release this. It's very heavily connected with your past. It's a responsibility, a burden that you have become accustomed to carrying, and you are using it as a way of defining yourself. So you're being encouraged to live your bliss and rainbow blessings, because they will come in, but you can't have the heavy energy. It has to be light. Bliss is a light energy, almost like, I think, a balloon energy. Blissful balloons. Let go of ego. This is it right there. See how you define yourself with that? This is your ego. All right. I don't feel like... Let's pull from the Light Seers deck. Actually, they said no. I'm going to use the Crystal Visions Clarification deck. I'm seeing somebody uplifting their face to the sunshine. I'm seeing a clear, bright day, almost like the haze has been lifted. It's like it's been cloudy and hazy, and all of a sudden there's a crispness. There's an angle to the light that is so bright and so uplifting that you can't help but be elevated in the energy. Tell us more, Spirit, what this is about. Could you give us some specifics? Okay. King of Swords in the challenge position and the Knight of Cups. Okay, the King of Swords is decisive, demanding. You know, he is very black or white with the King of Swords. It's a yes/no kind of energy. But there is truth in his sword, and he has clarified that truth within his soul and only speaks truth, no matter what it costs him, I just heard. And the Knight of Cups is somebody that is trying to bring their emotions to the surface, has a desire to share their emotions, but they haven't quite embraced them as truth. That's why the King is in the challenge position. So somebody out here wants to share their emotions, but they have not necessarily clarified their truth yet, what those emotions are to them. They may have over-romanticized them. They may have kind of been deceptive. I wouldn't be surprised if the Seven of Swords didn't come out. They may be self-deceptive about what those feelings. You know how you kind of talk yourself into something, believing something? Okay, so then we have, oh my, here's the Ace of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles, all in the challenge position. Well, this is definitely the burden. Okay, so these two cards. This is the Three of Wands, which is a set of expectations, or you're anticipating something. You're anticipating some sort of knowledge or light or clarification, but then we have this wand, which is the Four of Wands. This is this new opportunity. This is this new energy that's coming in, and it's very connected to your passions. But these two together, the Four of Wands, this person doesn't have the Four of Wands. That is that what they are truly connected to could be twin flame energy. So there's something lacking. So they're kind of like waiting for that to be revealed to them, to clarify that truth. And the problem is that truth is going to cause some conflict. And that goes back to this. This feels like this truth is going to create the clarity for having to move beyond this, which is this. This is the burden, the responsibility, and that causes internal conflict. That's why this is about ego. Instead of releasing, like in our, you are being protected, you are being given the opportunities, these new opportunities, but you are going to have to release something to create that flow of energy. See, there's that Six of Swords. What I heard is, damn it all, put the swords down. This is a Six of Swords, and she's kind of like, okay, this isn't working for me. I'm tired of dealing with these damn swords. So I'm finally releasing the last two so I can be free. Cutting herself free, or himself. Remember, it's energy, not gender. But just now, but that's the conflict. Is, okay, if I cut myself free from this Ten of Pentacles, this responsibility, this heavy energy, if I cut myself free from that, I'm not quite sure what to do next. I've got to walk this narrow pathway, and I'm worried because it doesn't feel secure to me. Oh, that one's definitely in the reverse. Ace of Cups, right under this Knight of Cups. Yeah. Somebody has not clarified their emotions. They're telling themselves stories. They want this new beginning. They want this new opportunity, but they're not willing to let go of something in order to create the space in their life for it. Let's try the Light Seer's Tarot. Oh, they said bottom of the deck. The Hanged Man. Okay, time to see things a little differently. Take the opportunity, they said underneath. Yep, Five of Swords. You're self-sabotaging. You need to see the opportunities here instead of the fear of the risk involved. Here we have the Knight of Cups in the challenge position. Okay, so for this Knight of Cups, he's on his horse. He's got his little roses here, it looks like, or the cups. Not quite sure what he's got. Looks like a cup and some roses. This guy's got the roses, but he's not on the horse. And here's a little letter here. trying to see what's in that. It's almost like he's written this letter. He's bought the flowers. He's packed the picnic. But he never sent the invitation because he was afraid. So he's having to say, do I go and take this letter to her and invite her to my picnic? Because if I do that, I'm going to have to get on this horse. That's this. I was in the challenge position. That's why the Ace of Cups is in the reverse. There's fear here. There's the ego. He's afraid of being rejected. Seven of Wands. See? Defending himself against his vulnerability. Five of Swords. Self-sabotaging again. Okay, so this can go two ways. This could be, because it kind of morphed into some sort of connection. But what I'm getting out of here is both of you are at the point of releasing the past. And it could be the past that you've shared together. However, you're blocked because you're really stuck on this, whatever it is, this responsibility. And it's keeping you from having this fresh new way of living, seeing a fresh new path. And this is a narrow pathway. You cannot bring the past into this anchored, really heavy energy of the past. This responsibility is how someone is defining themselves. But you have the opportunity for this happiness. But one or both of you is self-sabotaging yourself. With the Five of Swords twice. Five of Swords. And look, one's a male, one's a female. Masculine, feminine. Both of you got these black birds circling. This bird is on the back of her. Swords in her back. And this one's just chatting in his head. And this fella's walking away with some swords. And this fella's like, run the hell out of there. So both of you are caught up in this really ego energy. And you're being asked, see, she's pulled the two damn swords out of her back here. And now she's like, screw it, I'm done with the swords. I'm done with, I'm done with the manipulations. I'm getting out of this energy. But it feels like there's a masculine presence here who has not yet clarified his truth, which are his feelings, and how he wants to be able to express them. So what he's done is he's written this little letter, but he never sent it because he's afraid, because he doesn't want to be vulnerable, and that's what's sabotaging him. Hello. There you go. So both of you are kind of in the same energy. You're mirroring each other's energy, but for different reasons. One is about carrying around the burden of the past, a responsibility that you're going to have to shed that in order to grow. And the other is about not being able to express one's truth because you've been lying to yourself or deceiving yourself about what that truth is, or you fabricated a truth. And now we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. You're going to have to, here we have a narrow path again, based upon sticks. Here for some reason, we've got paths made of sticks. It's tricky. But in order to move forward, you are going to have to clarify your own truth. If you want this new opportunity, this fresh new energy, you're going to have to clarify your truth in order to walk this narrow path. And you've got to release whatever burden you have accumulated for yourself that you're clinging to because of your ego. You are using it to define yourself. So this is a 9 and this is a 1. So here is a 10, another 10. In order to have this new opportunity and walk this new path, this new energy, you have to leave the past behind, because these sticks aren't going to hold a whole lot of heavy weight. All right, this is the Wild Unknown Tarot, by the way. Son of Cups, Knight of Cups, 3 Knights of Cups, 3 Knights of Cups. Now, in this one, the cup is brimming with this rainbow blessings. What I just heard is this is like the mute swan. He doesn't want to speak his truth. He wants to demonstrate it. For some reason, it's difficult for this person to speak their truth. Their emotions. They don't know how to speak their emotions. So what they do, what they do is I'm hearing shower it. They shower it. They show it. Ah, the Emperor in the challenge position. Yes. Okay, here we have an eclipse. We have an eclipse coming up at the end of this month. April. Today's April 19th. But this is the Emperor. That's why he's in the challenge position, because he's not speaking his truth. Yep. And so look, 2 5s, 5 of Wands, 5 of Cups. And he's very conflicted and remorseful about it. He wants so badly to be able to tell you how he feels. I don't know why we went this direction. Yeah. 8 of Swords. He's trapped in this transformational energy. Remember when I said the butterfly and the cocoon? He's hanging by a sword. He's trapped in this transformational energy, and he feels vulnerable because he can't fly yet. He hasn't even broken out of his cocoon, his emotional cocoon. But it feels like he's surrounded by truth, and he's kind of like, this is that not clarifying his truth. And this might be what this is that he has to let go of this burden. He can't move forward on this new path and be in this transformation until he lets go. Okay, that makes sense. This is kind of turned into a Divine Masculine reading, but take it how it resonates, please. That's how it's evolved. Never meant it to go that way. There we go. Afraid of being vulnerable. Mother of Wands, this is Queen of Wands. Look at how she's so tightly curled around that egg, that almost fearful of taking action. She's going to protect those eggs. And those eggs are vulnerable. That's the vulnerability. And there is the 4 of Pentacles. Absolutely. Absolutely just totally resistant to speaking their emotions. That is that Knight of Wands. Although, I do believe at some point they wrote them, because the letter is there unopened in the Knight of Cups picnic. It's like he's written these down. He doesn't know how to say them, but he can write them. He feels more comfortable writing them, but he never sent it. But it feels like he still has it. It's like his backup plan. Bottom of the deck, 7 of Cups. I got these 6 of Cups here, which is soulmate connection. 1 cup is upside down, which was this Ace of Cups. This is the cup. Feels the soulmate connection, but doesn't know how to say it. Let's pull one more card from the Lovers Oracle. See if there's a message. The message that can't be spoken, I don't know. Let's just see what comes out. Sometimes these cards are messages from the Divine Counterpart, and sometimes they're messages for the Divine Counterpart. Let's see what comes through. So this could be for you, or for them, or for both. You, the viewer. These are very hard to shuffle. Okay. Embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. The rainbow blessings. But this is not going to be a sturdy pathway. It is going to be narrow and insecure. Unsecure. You are going to have to take some risks here. Look deep within your heart and know you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. So, where's the card? Where's his? Yeah. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean, because he can't express it. So he's asking you to have faith in it, based upon possibly the energy coming out of the cup. Where's the cup? The rainbow blessings coming out of the cup. He wants you to feel it and know it, as opposed to him having to speak it, because he doesn't know how. He doesn't want to be vulnerable. Oh, and look at underneath that. So 2 of Cups. And then underneath that, the Ace of Swords. That is knowing that truth. He knows this. He knows that there is this opportunity with this cup. This Ace of Cups, but it's still upside down for him because he has not clarified his truth about this connection. 6 of Cups, 2 of Cups. Okay, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. So I don't know how relevant that is, but it has something to do with these new possibilities. Possibilities of creating these memories, the blessings that are coming into your life because you had the courage to let go and take the risk, even though the pathway was a bit shaky. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So you need to give him this space. If this is you, remember it's energy, not gender. You need to give him this space to do this transformation. Look at all these cards. This is the death transformation. I mean, that can't be an easy process to get into this state. But this transformation will ignite this new way of seeing things with this hangman, this new energy, this new courage, this new understanding of what needs to be let go in order to move toward these rainbow blessings and this bliss. But for now, he's feeling pretty trapped in this transformational energy. He's in this process. I mean, not comfortable. But in that process, he's going to be able to clarify his feelings and how he feels this connection. And then he's just it's going to ignite him. But for right now, because he's in this transformational process, he's feeling very vulnerable, and so he's going to be very defensive. Where's my... Yeah. Very defensive. And he's also feeling very challenged, very conflicted, and because it may be he feels as though the Divine Feminine is moving on. This card caught my eye. Secret Admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. There you go. I'd love to know if they wrote a letter. I would love to know that, because and it's got a little wax seal on it, you know, kind of that old romantic. There's a letter somewhere. All right. I'm going to leave it there for you. Namaste.